Hey everybody, I am budgeting for June with my pay for this month of May, and I hope you will join me. So I'm using my Erin Condren monthly planner for budgeting, and we are going to move to the month of June. So I'm going to start by laying out when everything is due. So I haven't budgeted in a while online on a video because everything changed pretty radically. I got a different job for which I am really thankful, and my pay structure changed, my pay schedule changed, a lot of things just kind of were really different, and so it took me a while to kind of get used to it again. So I kind of have a good grasp of it. I've been doing it for a couple of months, and so I thought I would share. So I do 1 month ahead. I pay all of June's expenses with May's income. So first I'm just laying out when everything is due. So the house and my disability insurance are due on the 1st. Apple storage, Apple Music come out on the 4th. White Pages, which is advertising, is the 19th. I have a car wash subscription, which I think comes out on the 20th. Netflix is the 23rd of each month. My car insurance comes out on the 13th, so let's move it back. Let's move that back to the 11th. Power is going to be due on the 14th. That's not straight. I'll fix it. Water is also going to come out on the 1st. There's not room. I'm going to put it here on the 2nd. So those are the ones that are going to come out of my household operating account. Now I also own my own small business. I am a virtual assistant and project manager. And so I have some things that come out of my business accounts. So they go on the same calendar, but I just color them a bit differently. My cell phone goes through that account, and it's going to come out on the 8th. Good grief. And these stickers are from Erin Condren. It's the ones that come in the back of all of the life planners. I have mountains of them. The size, of course, is perfect. So I just use those instead of kits. I really do like the kits, but to be budget conscious, I tend not to do them. And because I love the pattern, the gorgeous layers in there, and June is one of my favorite colors that they have in their in the Erin Condren collection. So I tend not to decorate a ton. I do really like it, but I don't find myself doing it a lot. My internet goes through as a business expense because I work from home, and that's going to come out the 8th. My Amazon subscription comes out on the 6th. And so some things I do leave on Saturdays and Sundays. That's because they come out on a credit card or a debit card. And it doesn't matter when they take it. For whatever reason, and it may just be inside my brains and not a real thing. But proper bills, I move to the weekday before that. But these little ancillary things, I don't really so much worry about. Microsoft comes out the 2nd, and GoDaddy for my website domain comes out the 17th. Okay, so these are when things are due. I typically, unless it is an auto debit, then I will pay everything on the 1st of June. So my insurance will come out the 1st, my house is due on the 1st, and I'll pay it on the 1st. My water, I'll pay on the 1st. Apple is an auto debit, so it's going to come out whenever it does. My car insurance isn't due until the 11th, but I'm going to pay it on the 1st. Same with power. It's not due until the 14th. I'm going to pay it on the 1st. A lot of these other things they're going to come out automatically. And so they just kind of come out when they do. Also, a lot of those subscription things I put on my credit card, and then I just pay that. I just pay that at the end of the month. So next, I'm going to show you how I kind of line up everything and budget for the month of June with the income that I'll receive in May. So that's up next. We're going to turn the page here and move over to putting together this dashboard page I don't use. We'll start here. So this is my June forecasting page, and it's going to be May income, June expenses. So before Christmas, I was paid like 10, 12 times a month. That is no longer the case. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot to add my paydays. So I'll have to do that. I'll have to take care of that. So I get paid once a month from my regular payroll job. And then from my business, I just put deposit everything into my business account, and I only pay myself once a month. It's just so much easier than doing it every single time I get a check from a client. So I pay myself once a month, and then I get alimony every week. That comes every Wednesday. So that's changed quite a bit from the way that I did get paid before and the way that I kind of like put everything in the kitty. So we'll start with my May income. Y'all, I did not get a kit. I totally want one, but I can't justify paying for it. So this is super janky. It's just printed on Post-it notes because we run a first class operation here. We do. The gentleman's here to do the lawn. I'm sure you can hear it. It's super loud. All right, I'm using a Staedtler pigment liner in 0.3 to do this. So my expected income will be payroll 1. And that is my regular payroll job. I get paid once a month from that. I expect that to be $27.40 for the whole month. Payroll 2. So this is the business that I own, but I pay myself a check once a month. I expect that to be approximately $400. It's likely gonna be more than that, but I think I can kind of count on that one after I take out my business expenses. My alimony should be $940. I am expensed by my company for a few, I am reimbursed by my company for a few expenses. I estimate those to be $145 each month. Occasionally there's a couple of ancillary things, but I expect it to be about $145. I do not expect any other income in the month of May. So then the total for that, let's see what we got here. $27.40 plus 400 plus 940 plus 145 is $42.25. So that's my projected there. And then when I get paid, I pay myself first. So that's my next section in there. And for myself, I have my 401k, my IRA, and my retirement, just like my third retirement account. My 401k, I'm gonna put it in here like this. It's $580, but that's done on my gross, not the net. So I am contributing that, but it's not going to be coming out of this budget. So I put it in there just to know that I am doing it, but I don't need to do it for the math purposes. So I'm just going to put that in there differently. I am not making a contribution to my IRA this month, and I am making a $500 contribution to my other retirement savings account. And then also I need to buy a car. And I can finance it at like 0.9% interest for 4 years. But the payment on that for like a $30,000 car is $580. That's assuming I put nothing down. And so the way I am saving for this car payment is I am simulating this $580 car payment each month, just to kind of see how that all shakes out. And is that something that I can do? Is that something that's feasible for me? So I'm saving for that. All right, let's add up this savings. Oh, I probably don't need a calculator for that. I'm not adding this 580, so I'm just adding 500 and 580, which is 1080. And then my last section is going to be my operating expenses. And again, these are going to be my personal ones. So on the page before where I had those expenses that was supposed to be in red. Oh well. The page before where I had all of those things in the green and the blue, these are only going to be the ones that are green because my business budget is a completely different thing. So for this one, I have my house, which is $1,400. I have my power, which I estimate will be $180. I have my student loan, $280. I have my insurance for my car, which is $160 each month, and then my insurance for disability, which is $300 each month. So those are, open this, it's hard to write when it's that far up. Yeah, that'll make it easier. And then my last three are my cash expenses. Are food. Food is $150 a week, so that's $600 for the month. I need to pay the gentleman who does the lawn. He only charges me $25, y'all, to do my yard, and it's fantastic. So it's only $50 for the month. And then just personal fun money is $30 a week, so that's $120 a month. So then my total operating is gonna be $1,400 plus 180 plus 280 plus 160 plus 300 plus 600 plus 50 plus 120 is 3090. That's not what I got before. I think I've left something out. I'm gonna try it again. 1400, 180, 280, 160, 300, 600, 50, 120, 3090. All right. All right, so when I do my total income, which is $42.25, minus my savings, which is $10.80, minus my operating expenses, which I estimate to be $30.90, I have $55 left over. So I have a surplus of $55, which is excellent. I can totally live with that. Now this means that I'm gonna have enough to pay everything, all of my June expenses with all of my May income. And there will be a bit left over. This is not gonna be exactly what I make, and this of course isn't gonna be exactly what all of my expenses are. It's gonna give me a really good idea. So these last three I was talking about are my cash expenses. I don't do a ton of cash envelopes. And really because I don't do a ton of spending. My food, I give myself a $150 allowance every week. And so when I get paid, I'll show you how I divvy that up. Lawn, I just put back separately. And my personal expenses, I put back separately. The rest of it all just goes into my account, and I try to get it out as soon as it goes in, so that it's not sitting there just tempting me. So that is kind of what I am doing now. That's my new process. I welcome any questions that you guys have. If this is helpful, or if you have any comments, I would love to hear them. I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining me.